how's it going, guys? I'm running a little errand today before we get started. We're going to be cleaning the carpets today in my apartment, so super exciting stuff, but we're headed to Lowe's. I'm going to pick up a carpet cleaner, and then we're going to get started on that. Have a couple other errands I've got to run before we can get to that carpet cleaning, and then a cooking video tonight. I think we're going to be having an eggplant dish tonight, which is pretty good. I like eggplant. It's good, kind of one of those hearty dishes. Now, I don't like to say, oh, it's a meat replacement, because it's not, doesn't taste like meat, doesn't have texture like meat, but it is definitely a meaty vegetable. It will have a thicker, denser quality to it. So we'll see how that recipe turns out. It's all been new recipes this week, so I'm kind of glad I haven't been making cooking videos, because I messed up cooking last night and kind of burned everything, so would have been rather frustrated trying to record that. So we're going to try this new dish tonight, and then so I got to run a couple errands, like I said, and then I will do the carpet cleaning, and then we'll do the cooking video. See you in a little bit. Focus. There it goes. Right, we're headed into Price Right. See if they have eggplant. Success. Alright guys, so I'm going to shampoo my carpets. First step on the instructions is to go ahead and vacuum the carpet. I'm going to give you guys a close-up look of what I'm dealing with. Alright, this is what the carpet looks like. Pretty hard to tell if it's dirty, but we'll use this as just kind of our starter to see if vacuuming it is gonna, and cleaning it is going to make a difference. Alright guys, that first step is going to be to vacuum the carpet. Alright, now that the vacuum's done, I've got this half of the room done. I've got the Bissell Big Green carpet cleaning machine here. The reason I'm doing this is we're signing our lease for another year here. We've already been here for 2 years. And we've got a cat and a dog and a baby now. So I want to do our best to just keep this place clean, because we know we're going to be here for another year. I've used these before. It can be kind of a lengthy process, but they seem to do a pretty good job. So our next step is going to be reading the instructions. Just to give you a close-up, this thing does come with pretty handy instructions. There's labels written on everything as you use them, helping you see, make sure you're using the right things. We've got the clean water tank here, so I'm going to go ahead and fill that up, put some soap in it. This top tank here is the dirty water tank. So the actual water tank, clean water tank and soap tank is down here on the bottom. Alright, so go ahead and replace the tanks. They just slide right in. Make sure the caps on there are secured. All the way up to lock it into place. Now we plug it in and turn it on. Just show you up close, there's a red trigger right there that you pull, and that's actually going to spray the cleaner, and you make a forward and backward pass with the trigger pulled, and then a couple forward and backward passes without the trigger pulled to suction everything up and do the cleaning. Where's the power button? Yeah, there it is. Power button's on the back. Okay, so I got the first section here of these carpets done, and probably can't tell very much because, of course, apartment carpet, they buy carpet that doesn't show dirt. But what I can show you, so over here in the tank, we'll see it actually when I pour it out. All right, now before I show you the dirty water that's going to come out of that tank from this carpet, let me show you. I vacuumed, you saw right before this, and if I can get that to focus, you'll see. I picked up a fair amount of fur, hair, and dust, and we vacuumed just a few days ago. So when you see how much the vacuum picked up, just keep that in perspective as I'm about to show you the dirty water tank from the carpet cleaner. Check that out. That is all, and I vacuumed before I did this. That is all of the junk and dirt and grime. That the carpet's pulled up, that the carpet cleaner pulled up, and that was after vacuuming. So that's life with pets. All right, so that's half the room done. Now to move all the furniture. Alright, well there we have shampooed and cleaned carpet. I don't know if you can see much of a difference. Again, this carpet texture is kind of designed to hide how dirty it is, but I think I can definitely smell a difference. With those animals, I certainly get a lot of pet smell, so hopefully that's going to help with the smell. Anyways, it's time to cook dinner. Alright guys, I'm going to be making dinner from one of our new cookbooks, the China Study Quick and Easy Cookbook. It definitely is quick and easy. There's certainly a lot of stuff I haven't tried yet, but this is a new one for us. But so far, all of them, like I said, have been pretty easy. So it's glazed eggplant cutlets. It's on page 195. And that one starts, of course, with eggplants. I actually bought 2 of them. That way we can be sure to have some leftovers. The oven, first step, preheated to 375. And then we're going to rinse off these eggplants, and I'm going to cut them up, slice them up, and lay them out on the tray. Right, as you can see, I've got them all lined up here on the parchment paper. Now, if you're new to oil-free cooking, parchment paper is something you're going to need. It's used to prevent things from sticking to your pans when you're baking. It's a great substitute because a lot of times when you're cooking with oil, it's used simply to keep things from sticking to the pan and maybe to give things a certain texture, but the nutritional consequence isn't necessarily taken into account. So parchment paper is one way to work around that. It's super useful for baking, so if you're getting your kitchen set up for like oil-free or vegan cooking, definitely recommend getting a roll of that and keeping that in your pantry. Now we're going to mix up the glaze that's going to go on this, and it's a pretty, again, this cookbook so far, everything, it's lived up to its name. Everything has been simple. And we're just going to use a 1/4 cup. It says either soy sauce or tamari. I happen to have soy sauce. Tamari I find to be really expensive, so I don't use it very often. Of course, then I can just spill it everywhere. Let's try that again. Okay, crisis averted. Got that soy sauce in there. Now it's got its own recipe for which is a date puree, which is a sweetener he uses, or it gives you the option for using maple syrup. Now it calls an entire 1/4 cup of maple syrup, which that's a lot of maple syrup. So I'm going to actually use a little less than that, and that's just going to help it be more like a glaze, help it kind of caramelize as it cooks, give it a kind of a crispier texture. I think that's what they're doing with that. 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. Quarter teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And we're going to whisk all this together and then drizzle it over. The oven's preheated and ready to go. After rereading those directions, I'm actually going to have to do this differently because I'm supposed to just pour this over there and leave it in there, so I'm actually going to need a contained baking dish. Okay, so I've got them transferred here. I've actually got 2 more pans. I forgot to hit record, so those are already in the oven. But I poured the glaze over them, made sure I got it coated. I kind of flipped them twice to make sure that they got the glaze on them coated. Throw them in the oven for 20 minutes. And while those are cooking, I'm going to make a salad. Alright, so the next thing we're going to be making is an Asian chickpea salad. And that's on page 107. Again, the same cookbook. And so to start off, for a chickpea salad, 1 can of drained and rinsed chickpeas, and lightly mash them. Now if I had a potato or mashed potato masher, that should be fairly easy, but again, that's what I got. looking at the picture, it looks like he doesn't do too much to mash them up, so I think that's going to be good. And then 1 carrot grated. We're taking short strokes to get this into small, as finely as I can. Slice it with this vegetable peeler. Alright, and then they have a recipe for their own kind of mayonnaise here. Again, you saw I had the store-bought mayonnaise. Next time I'm probably going to give a shot at their brand of their recipe for a mayonnaise. And you call for a half cup of this, which with this mayonnaise, that's just a lot. So I'm actually going to eyeball it on there. Mayonnaise, 1/4 cup fresh chopped cilantro. You can substitute this for like a couple tablespoons of dried cilantro as well, which is what I normally do, but I thought I would give it a shot and splurge a little bit on the fresh cilantro. That looks like about a 1/4 cup. I'm not a big stickler for measuring most things. A few things like strong spicy spices like cayenne pepper or something, I'll be sure to measure those, but other herbs or ingredients, just throw it in the pan. Make it 4 sliced green onions. Get those green onions in there. And then 2 teaspoons of either soy sauce or tamari. Well, as you saw earlier, I had a little minor fiasco with that soy sauce, so I'm going to have to upgrade to tamari on this recipe. Make sure, whoa, slow down. 2 teaspoons, not tablespoons. So there we go, 2 teaspoons. I cheated and used a tablespoon and just guessed, but 2 teaspoons of tamari. I missed cashews, 1/4 cup of cashews. It actually says toasted, but I just have raw, which is fine. This is not health department approved, but it's for my own family and my own home, so it's fine. I'm just going to grind these up in my hand. This recipe of this cookbook, anytime they say, it's an Asian dressing or an Asian salad, generally that means it's soy sauce and ginger. That's generally their distinction for what an Asian sauce the recipe concludes. So it's 1 teaspoon. There's that ginger in there. And we put everything in the bowl and we mix it all up. Yep, that's pretty good. Probably maybe a little bit of salt, maybe a little bit of pepper. But other than that, we're fantastic. Only got a couple more minutes till the eggplant comes out, and I'll catch you when it's ready. All right, so the timer just went off. I'm going to go ahead and pull these out of the oven and see what we got. Whew. Yep. I got fogged up glasses is what I got. And that's one without the parchment paper. It got a little hotter on the bottom, kind of burned some of that sauce, but I think it's okay. That was also on the bottom tray. This one was on the top tray. So overall, I think, let me get a fork. I'm going to just check everything. Yep, nice and hot on the inside. I think dinner is served. Bring it down here. And there we are. There's that eggplant all cooked up. It's going to be delicious.